Hi, Sue Moore here, recovered banker and founder of the Moore Connection. Today we have a question that we're going to answer for you. The information comes from my mentor and coach Ray Higdon, something that he shared with us a while back and was extraordinarily important to me then, and it is still extraordinarily important today, particularly for people new to the industry. So here we go. The question is, should you post your company name on your Facebook profile or on your wall? Now, we all know that there are people on Facebook who, when they are filling out their profile and you fill out the part where it says worked at, they might put distributor for XYZ company. And what I want to talk to you today is about the pros and the cons of doing that. I'm going to run through a few scenarios for you so you can kind of get the feel for what's going on here, and then present to you what Ray has taught us, and I believe it to be true, what will happen if you do some of these things. So there are 4 scenarios. Here we go. Here's the first scenario. Someone comes to your site or to your Facebook page, and they see your profile, and it's very nicely done. You've got all your company information on there, or product or service or whatever it is, and everything that excites you about that particular company. So that's over here. Over here, you decide you're going to do some marketing and reach out to this particular prospect, and you want to invite them to a webinar or a video or I don't know, some kind of an event. And so you do. And the prospect has already seen all of your stuff on your Facebook page, and now you're coming at them and saying, I'd like you to come and do whatever it is, a profile or, a webinar or whatever. And they're going to think, aha, she wants to sell me something, and I'm not interested in that. And so people get the misimpression that you are some kind of a crazy sales lady, and they prejudge things, and you never hear from them. So you never ever get a chance at that point to recover from that. You never get a chance to explain to them what you're doing and why you're doing it. It may or may not be for them, but you'd never have that opportunity to have that conversation. So that's scenario 1. Scenario 2 is someone is actually interested in your product or team or joining your team or whatever, and they Google your company. And now that's really interesting, because what's going to happen is Big Brother Google is going to enter into the scenario, and somewhere, someplace, somebody has written something negative about your company. That it's a scam, it's a pyramid, if they're going to take all your money, you never want to do any of that stuff, and they know from naught. They don't know anything about your company, or they don't know anything about any of the other companies. Then there's some fine companies out there, and they just like to get out there and actually be just ugly to other people. So, but because they are speaking non-truths, and you, as the prospect, are reading all this stuff on Google, you think, I don't think I want to do that. And it's really too bad, because had you had the opportunity to engage them into just a brief conversation, they would be equipped with information so that they could make a decision for themselves, as opposed to listening to someone who doesn't know anything about anything. So, okay. The third scenario is someone does like your stuff, they have an interest, and they're looking for whatever it is your product or service is, and they Google it, and they run across somebody who is also in your business, in the same company, and only they've got a really beautiful marketing funnel, or they've got a better video or whatever it is, and they call that person and sign up with that person. So you never had a shot at that one, because they looked at you, they liked it, they Googled it, they found somebody else that had a prettier Facebook page, and poof, off they go. You never had an opportunity there. And so those 2 people ride off into the sunset, and you're left with squat. So, okay. The 4th scenario is when you find somebody, and now this is very rare, but you find somebody or someone finds your profile, I should say, and they love it. They love the name of the company, they love the products, they love everything it does. They love it. They haven't Googled anybody. They just they're just so excited, and they call you, and there's a symmetry between the two of you, and poof, they sign up, and you right away off into the wild blue yonder with a wonderful, wonderful new relationship. Doesn't happen very often, and I certainly would not plan on it happening at all. Think about it. When's the last time you reached out to somebody because they had their company name on their profile and you said, hey, I'm interested, I want to buy that? Probably not very often. And if it has happened, it's usually because you probably have a personal relationship with that person already, and you already know, like, and trust each other. So chances of it happening are, slim and none, and Slim just rode out of town on a horse. So there you go, with some pros and cons of putting a name of your company on your Facebook page or not. Now, the first three obviously are not good for you because a potential customer or a potential teammate never got an opportunity to visit with you so they could get a good view of what's going on. Potentially four, you might get a customer out of that, but it happens so rarely that I wouldn't even bother to put it into a scenario of possibility. So that's it. Now, I'm not saying you can't put your company name on your Facebook profile, but I just wanted you to know, and that's what Ray was teaching us. We just wanted you to know that there probably might be some consequences, and not necessarily the consequences that you're looking for. What I teach my team is not to put their company name on their profile, because I think it's more of a repellent, to be real honest with you. And I love my company, don't get me wrong. But I really think that because people will view you as a salesperson and not the genuine person you are in terms of really wanting to help people. There are a ton of people out there who need your help. And what keeps them from seeking people out on a more regular basis is fear. And so to the extent you can present yourself as someone who does care and who will have a conversation and is not going to try to cram something down somebody's throat, the better off everybody is, and everybody wins. So what would I recommend to you, and what should you post then? What should you do? Here you go. I recommend that you teach the benefits of your particular company. If you have a product, for an example, teach people. People want to learn. Offer some non-spammy suggestions. So if your, 8th grader this year has little acne pimples on their face, and you happen to be in skincare, offer something about how you've got something that can take care of that, so that he will not be subject to any kind of ridicule or whatever kids do in 8th grade to each other, okay? So the idea here is, if you can offer some information that is valuable to the reader, they will become attracted to you and reach out and ask you questions. And then you are able to have a really nice conversation. Whether they want your product or not, whether they want to be on your team or not, doesn't make any difference. Yes is wonderful, no is totally cool, okay? But what you are doing is setting yourself up as the professional and someone who actually knows how to run and build a business. So you can check out my blog at sumore.net, www.sumore.net, and I've got lots of articles there, not only around this subject, but on the subject of the industry, some of the things that are happening in business generally with the disruption from technology, replacing people in jobs that obviously now they've got a robot doing it and so forth. There's some interesting information there. Or you can message me and we can have just a very nice introductory conversation, and I'd love to speak with you. So that's the deal for today. I hope you got some value from it, and I wish you journey well for the rest of the day, and I'll see you on the next video, okay? Bye-bye.